when repeated attacks send her to the morgue, Rachel's ability to wake from death again and again proved to be a blessing and a curse.
Oh, interesting. So this might be a situation where I think the synopsis is a bit of a spoiler, just because of, or is maybe too much of a spoiler, because the pace of this comic is so slow that I really like the hook of what is going on. Like, not having any dialogue to explain things for so long, you can, like, a lot of that isn't really revealed. You can start guessing at things, but that synopsis has, she's crawling out of the ground and she doesn't even meet a person or have any dialogue till the 10th page.
Right. And then also, like, I even read that synopsis and I still was hooked into this woman's just like, I just thought maybe this was going to be a horrible crime book. And this woman, like, but she also doesn't seem
She doesn't seem
phased.
that scared or phased, or she's not crying, or she runs into a guy with a truck and wants a ride home, but it seems like she doesn't say anything on the ride. And then she just gets out of the truck when she gets home. And he's like, you should go to the hospital. You shouldn't be alone for 24 hours. She just shuts the door on him. Like, I really love how little dialogue there is in this.
Yeah, so I'm almost to the part where she meets the dude on the road, and she's just walking down this sort of riverbankment, or this dry creek, and you can see her shallow grave that she just climbed out of, and that is just the symmetry of this, and just how well Terry Moore fills up this page with her sort of walking away from where she had just spent the night.
Yeah.
And she's a mess.
She's dirty. But she goes into her house and she has a cat. There's so few dialogue bubbles that I really attached to whatever there was, because I was like, give me a hint, give me a clue. But I think it's funny her cat's name is Euclid. Like, I don't know if that's a hint or anything, but I thought that was a funny name for a cat. And she says, I'm having a really bad dream. So that's like, is she, like, how aware is she of what was going on? Like, she doesn't quite seem to remember the situation, but she has a cool looking flashback to someone wearing a mask, and they have one of those, like a piece of string or a choking wire, that the moon is in the background and the trees, and she looks in the mirror and sees her neck. It's a cool progression. It tells the story of what happened without any dialogue really well.
Yeah. Again, this art, I love this art. I think this this black and white's really working. Like, again, I could see this in color as well, but like the stark of the black is just. Whew.
Yeah, I really like the flashback black because it's a little bit more shadowy. Yeah, like, I don't know if it's. I think it's good that it's not super creepy looking. Like, would you say this art is very creepy?
It lends itself to some creepiness, but I guess it's just done in such a finished, fine style and stylized that it doesn't look like there's no splatter. There's no every point is made.
Which I think is great because, you're right, there's no splatter in the dirt. That, like, it seemed like when she came out of the ground, it was very dry ground. There's no splatter to it. So it really caked away. So it's cool to me because it keeps that mysteriousness of what kind of book is this? What's the tone? What's the level of fantasy? What's the, for so long, I was just thinking, what's going on? And that's what you want from a mystery.
Yeah, no kidding. And this is just mystery, because like what happened to this woman? Well, I mean, we know what happened to her. I mean, like, something awful.
Yeah, we
happened
know
to
what
her.
happened to her, but we still don't know.
Like something really terrible happened to her.
Mm-hmm.
My mic.
So,
Yeah.
so, after she looks in the mirror, oh, my page is loaded. What happens next, Larry?
Well, she just sleeps all day, wakes up at 11:45,
Oh, yeah.
but then she goes to visit her friends, and she's like, oh, last thing I remember, I was trying to get Jet to go out with me, and she didn't want anything to do with it. And Jet is probably her best friend, who is a mechanic. And she gets
and there's a little patter back and forth where a guy makes a joke about giving a free lube job, and
yeah, there's some
and you're like, it's kind of introducing you to new characters, but it's like, are these people like, are they important? Are they like, yeah, it revealed just enough to be like, okay, this is just more Hook. It isn't giving me any answers.
That guy Ray, he looks like he would strangle somebody. Actually,
Yeah.
there's a great shot of him, and he looks just like a
strangler.
No, he looks like a young Alec Baldwin.
Oh,
Look at that.
That's pretty good. I can see that.
Yeah. So and he's just making really awful innuendos to our.
Yeah, but not even that bad. Like not really even creepy, but like the level that you would actually hear in a mechanic place.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Yeah. And so that was the last memory she had. And then so she decides to like, well, yeah. Oh no, I slept all day, and she decides to go.
Yeah,
find Jet.
she thought it was Tuesday, but it's actually Thursday.
It's actually Friday. She missed like 3
Friday.
days, and she goes racing to hook up with Jet because that was the last person she saw, and she meets Jet's roommate or a friend of Jet's, and he lets her know that it is in fact Friday. And there's some strangeness with this guy too, and his girlfriend. Oh, that's the end of the book. The strangeness is the strangeness.
Okay, so I thought that this was one of the best last lines to a first issue or as far as hooks go, that I've maybe read in all of our first issues.
Yes.
Because she's talking to this big guy, and he's saying Tuesday was 3 days ago. Where have you been? And then a lady talks to him through a screen. He says, Lewis, who are you talking to? Rachel, can't you see? It's Rachel Beck. Rachel who? And then the lady says, you're not Rachel. Which is like, what? How could she not, like, how could he think that she's Rachel, but the lady says you're not Rachel? If she's not Rachel, who is she? What happened to Rachel? Who is Rachel? How did she think this? So many questions just popped out of nowhere, and I thought I had enough hooks already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's when this is when this book got so. I mean, like, it's been real, but like, I was just like, wow, because he does ask her, "You look a little different. Like, you look different."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and she's just like, but he still recognizes her as Rachel. But this woman, this guy's wife or whoever is just like, you're not Rachel. How could you see Rachel? This woman and be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep reading this. I really enjoyed this. I gotta rate it.
Yeah. So how'd you rank it, Larry?
I'm going to put it up there. I think it's gonna crack my top 10 and put it at 9.
Oh wow, that's funny because I put it at 10.
There we go.
Put it out of 24, number 10. I put it right behind Crossed because I don't know, maybe I had a weird affinity for Crossed, but it's a very good book.
It is a very good book.
As far as hooks go, it's one of the best I've read. As far as art goes, it definitely, the art brings it up instead of bringing it down. Yeah, I mean, definitely a recommendable book.
I like this voice too. I really do. I really just love this Just the
Have
way.
we read anything else by Terry Moore?
My number 3 from last year.
Strangers in Paradise?
Strangers in Paradise. So we've read 2 Terry Moore books this season.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty good.
All right, well, we're not going to read a Terry Moore book next week.
Okay, yeah, that'd probably be too much.
That'd be overdoing it. But there are 42 issues of Rachel Rising, and I'm pretty sure they're all free on Comixology Unlimited, so I know what I'm doing with my week.
Yeah.
All right, next week. But I am going to read one other book. TMNT.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's
Turtles
right.
coming off.
This is the TMT. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, I don't know anything about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I read a few of them.
Well, you know that they're teenage and they're turtles.
And I guess they're mutants. And they're ninjas.
And they do ninja stuff. What more do you need?
So this one.
What a great title. It sums it all up.
This is from IDW, and it's rebooting. So
okay.
We get all this. And I think the original problem I had with very early Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was it used to be in black and white, and
really? Well, then how could you tell them apart? They each have their own signature color.
Exactly, and they also and I just didn't like it. I didn't think their voices were very good. It didn't
grab you.
But I want to give it another shot with this reboot. IDW did a reboot. I don't know. I didn't write the date down, but this one is called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Universe, and the first book we're going to read is The War to Come. And
The War to Come.
It looks so good. The art in this is really, I thought was just like, ooh, I'm excited about this. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles next week.
Wait, who wrote it?
It is written by Paul Allar.
Sweet.
Art by Damian Carrisso. And color art by Rhonda Pattison.
Oh, nice. They got a colorist.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
It looks good. So I'm looking forward to it too.
Sweet. Well, I'll have to talk to you next week.
We'll see you next week. Cheers.
Bye.